EFT has a unique and treasured history, especially because of the freedom surrounding it. Here's the story. Tapping on meridian points was first introduced by a psychologist in California named Dr. Roger Callahan in the method he developed called thought field therapy, or TFT. The TFT philosophy is based on using individual tapping algorithms for each issue, the diagnostics of which could only be used by trained professionals. Gary Craig was a student of Dr. Callahan in the early 1990s. He realized that all of the tapping algorithms he learned were variations on the same set of 13 points. He asked himself, why would we go to all the trouble of determining which points to tap when we could tap all 13 in about a minute? In that moment, EFT was born. With a scientific mind, Gary Craig earned his degree in engineering from Stanford University and probably expected to find a brilliant career in a lab somewhere. However, his natural talent with people was greater, so he gravitated towards business, always trying to improve the lives of his customers. His passion for self-improvement began at age 13 when he learned about the power of his thoughts, and those tools made a huge difference for him professionally. His life became a self-taught journey to master personal improvement methods, and eventually he started teaching others. When he met Roger Callahan, he found a missing piece to the healing puzzle, and EFT became his greatest passion. In addition to simplifying the tapping points, he was also able to see emotional issues from an objective, scientific perspective. Testing results became an entire skill set with him. Because he could never be satisfied with a vague outcome, he learned to quantify results in a new way and find deeper, overlooked avenues in every session. You might say he became an engineer of personal improvement. He developed EFT initially on clients with cravings, phobias, and combat veterans with PTSD, but was soon working with relationship issues, sports performance, public speaking, and then anything else he could find. Gary Craig's vision was to make this healing technology available to anyone who wanted to use it, by greatly simplifying the process and making it available at an affordable cost. In the late 1990s, he introduced it to some therapists because he thought it could be useful in their practice, and they started spreading the word. Staying true to his original vision, he encouraged people to pass it around and add variations without any restrictions at all. It was a remarkable act of generosity that became a revolutionary marketing approach. Once the general public caught on, it spread around the world in just a few years. Millions of people downloaded his free EFT manual, and his demonstration videos were flying out the door. At that point, EFT was just the basics. As encouraged, creative practitioners took the basic tools and added endless variations, and independent organizations created training programs to teach their own versions. There were some challenges with consistency and credentials, but he still wanted to make sure it was easily available. While everyone else was busy adding to the basic surface tools, EFT founder Gary Craig kept developing new refinements of his own. He found ways to go even deeper and generate more profound results. He discovered that clearing the intensity from specific events was far more valuable than trying to target symptoms. He mastered the art of testing his work to be incredibly thorough. And with previous training in NLP and other skills, he started crafting deliberate, multi-purpose setup language to open new doors, test his approaches, add humor, and suggest reframes. To distinguish his refinements from the growing volume of EFT variations out there, his version was preserved as gold standard EFT. And for 10 years, I worked by his side, improving the quality of EFT instruction to teach his refinements more effectively, developing gold standard EFT to preserve his most masterful work, creating certification programs to establish consistency and train professionals in his methods, and co-authoring the gold standard EFT tutorial so the public could still have access to the most updated instruction. Today, the gold standard EFT tutorial is still available online, providing general instruction for the public. Independent organizations continue to teach and certify in their own versions. EFT founder Gary Craig continues to develop his own refinements at emofree.com and is currently exploring a more spiritual direction with gold standard EFT as its foundation. And I teach my version of gold standard EFT. Although the gold standard EFT tutorial is the most comprehensive resource to date, there is a level of powerful professional skill that we could never teach completely in that format. That power lies in mastering the mechanics of navigating through complex issues, crafting language for intentional targets, and testing nebulous emotional issues in creative, objective ways. It's like EFT power tools. EFT has come a very long way, and hopefully its history will never be forgotten. This information has been provided courtesy of Tina Craig and the Gold Standard EFT Training Program.